Hello everyone, welcome to Quant Masters. I'm Harshita Alveli. Today we have Rahul with us who got placed in Capgemini as an analyst with a package of 4 lakhs per annum. So yeah, let's talk to him. Let's get to know about the entire interview process in detail. So hi Rahul,
Hi, ma'am.
how are you?
I'm good, ma'am. How about you?
I'm good Rahul. So you must be very happy, right? You got
Yes,
placed in
ma'am.
Capgemini recently, right?
Yes,
Today
yes,
is
ma'am.
22nd September.
Yes, ma'am. I got my interview at 15 September and I got the results on 17th of September.
You just got to know that you are placed in Capgemini a week
Yes, ma'am.
ago.
Yeah, yeah.
Before talking about anything else, firstly, we would like to congratulate you for getting placed in Capgemini with such an amazing package, Rahul. We are very happy for you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, so let's start the interview experience. Before that, could you please tell us more about yourself, Rahul?
Yes, hello everyone. I am Rahul Chakraborty from Durgapur, West Bengal, and I am currently in my 7th semester of my BTech, and I am from electrical engineering.
Oh,
So everyone must be wondering that I am from electrical engineering and I am placed in Capgemini. So to be frank, I was interested in coding, but at the time when I got admission, I didn't have a laptop. So I was kind of shaky that if I take computer science, how will I be able to manage with that? So as a part of our curriculum, every one of us are taught a bit of programming in our first year. So that's it. So I started learning about coding, and it was the first time I got to know about coding in my first year. So I
okay.
was quite interested in that, and I took help from my friends. One of my friends, her name is Sudipta Chakraborty. I would like to tell her name because she has helped me a lot. I used to just write down the codes and I used to send to her, and she used to check, and that's how I built my logic, actually coding logic,
Okay.
and that was very helpful for me. And a few days or a few months back, I got the laptop. So up till that, I was doing by that, and also used mobile. So this was the thing. And ma'am, I have been following Quant Masters since 2020 January, and I
Okay.
have seen all the interview experiences on your channel, and I was quite prepared for my interview even before a month.
Okay. So the interview experiences of other students helped you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So
Surely.
you are here to help other students now.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Super, super. Yes, could you tell us what was the eligibility criteria
Yeah, yeah, sure, ma'am.
for analyst
The
role in
eligibility
Capgemini?
criteria is where there should be no backlogs. That's the first thing. And in 10th and 12th, there should be above 60% and an aggregate CGPA of 6 in your BTech. That's it. Okay. And you shouldn't have any year gap of more than 2 years.
Okay, so
That's it.
even electrical students were allowed to take
Yes,
up
ma'am.
it.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
What about other branches like mechanical and all?
No, ma'am. Mechanical were not allowed. Ma'am,
Only
as
EC
it's
and triple people were
yes,
allowed.
EC and circuit branches were allowed.
Okay, okay, super, super.
Okay.
Yes, totally how many rounds were there, Rahul?
Ma'am, for us, we were being hired for the role of CIS domain, that is Cloud Infrastructure Services, as an analyst. So we didn't have the pseudocode round. So we had the verbal aptitude round, the game-based aptitude round, the behavioral competency, and after that we had the interview.
Okay, so 4 rounds.
Yes, ma'am.
And I don't think behavior competency is a elimination round, right?
No, no, ma'am, no.
That
It
wasn't a
was, it's just,
elimination.
no, ma'am.
Okay, super, super. Tell us about the first round, Rahul.
Yeah, ma'am. So we were being told in our college that last year many of the students got matlab, eliminated in the first round itself. So
Okay,
we were quite prepared that we should study about English and we should be thorough with the grammar concepts because we shouldn't just let it go because sometimes we neglect English, right? And
okay.
that's the problem. That's a
This
very
was an on-campus interview.
yes, ma'am. It was
Okay, so
on
do you
campus.
know like how many students appeared for the first round?
Ma'am, around 500, more
Around
than 500.
500 appeared for the first
Yeah,
round.
yeah.
Yeah. Tell us about it. What, like questions from what topics were asked?
Ma'am, questions from error correction. Then there were inference, say like judgment. We had to um, tell if the sentence was judgmental or
Okay.
inferential or it was an observatory statement. That like that. Apart from that, active and passive, and there were three passages. There were three
Okay.
passages. For me, I got three passages and 10
Okay.
questions from the passages.
Was it
So,
different for your friends, or they also got the same questions?
ma'am, it was kind of similar, but some of them got two passages, some of them got three
Not
passages.
exactly, but they were
Not
similar.
exactly. Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Okay. So
And
totally, how many questions were there, Rahul?
ma'am, there were 30 questions for the first
Only
round.
30 questions from verbal. That's it. The
Yeah, yeah,
first round
yeah,
had
that's it.
only 30 questions.
Yes, ma'am. And it was an elimination round. If
Okay.
someone was not able to clear the cutoff of the English round, they wouldn't qualify for the game-based aptitude
So
round.
you didn't have any questions from quant part or logical
No,
part.
no, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Only verbal questions, 30 questions.
Yeah, ma'am.
How much time was given for these 30
Ma'am,
questions?
30 minutes. 30
30
minutes.
minutes. So you had
Yeah.
1 minute for each question. Was
Yeah,
the
ma'am.
time sufficient?
Yes, ma'am. It was quite
It
sufficient.
was sufficient.
Yes.
Was the passage lengthy?
Yes, ma'am. The passage was quite lengthy, or I would say medium, because we had been practicing, so it wasn't a big deal.
Difficult for you to solve. Okay.
No, no, it
So
wasn't.
you were able to manage to
Yes, ma'am.
solve 30 questions in 30
Yes,
minutes.
yes, ma'am.
Okay. So do you know like how many students got selected out of those 500 for the
Yes,
next
ma'am.
round?
From our college, I am from Dr. BCA Engineering College. I forgot to mention that, I think.
Okay.
So around 100 students got placed.
Okay. So 400 got eliminated in the first
Yes,
round itself.
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am. For interview round, around 130 students got selected.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when did you get to know that you have cleared the first round?
Ma'am, I had my online assessment on 28th of August, and I got the results on 31st of August. So within 2 days,
After 3 days, you
yeah,
got to 2 to 3 days, you got to know
yeah.
that you are shortlisted for the next round.
Yes, ma'am.
Then when was the second round conducted?
Ma'am, actually, ma'am, second round, after this assessment itself, we had the interview round. But that in the online assessment, it was like that. For first round, it was English assessment round. So if
Okay.
I clear the assessment, English assessment round, I will go to the game-based aptitude round.
Okay.
Then after that, after the game-based aptitude round, we will have that psychometric test, or we can say that behavioral competency test, and that's it.
So when was the game-based round conducted?
Ma'am, on the same day, just
On the
after
same day, just after
yes, ma'am.
the
Yeah,
verbal
if someone
assessment.
cleared the English round, they will go to the
So
game
you will get to know immediately that you have cleared the first
immediately.
round
Yeah,
or not.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay, okay. So you got to know immediately that you have
yeah.
cleared the first round and you got
Yes, ma'am.
shortlisted for the next round.
Yeah.
Okay, tell us about the game-based aptitude.
Okay, ma'am. For the game-based aptitude, there are a series of games that Capgemini gives, but it differs from one to another. So I got 4 games, and for each game, there was 6 minutes allotted, and we had to solve the puzzles or the game that was and reach higher levels.
Okay.
The more
Each
level
game,
we
6 minutes were allotted for each
yeah,
game.
ma'am. Yeah, ma'am.
Okay,
So
okay.
for me, the first game was that inductive logical reasoning kind of thing. We had to select we had been given greets, and we have to select similar greets. Like it had similar patterns. Like it had some kind of shapes, and we had to select from the other part that which was most similar to the question.
Question part.
Yeah. So that
Okay.
was inductive logical thinking.
So
After that,
you just like you go on solving the questions, the level
the
of questions
difficult
will increase.
the difficulty level will increase if you solve correctly. If you
Okay, only if you
yeah,
solve correctly, the
the difficulty
difficulty
will
level will
yeah,
increase.
yeah,
So the inductive logical thinking was the first game.
yeah, it was
What
quite easy, ma'am.
it's quite easy. Okay.
Yeah,
Then the next game.
ma'am, the next game was JIO Sudoku. It's
Okay.
kind of similar to Sudoku. It was kind of an image Sudoku. So
Yeah,
if
instead of
you are
numbers, you will have
yeah,
images,
images or shapes, you can say we had
shapes.
shapes. Yeah.
So
So
it
if
was a
someone
3x3 grid or 4x4 grid.
man, for the first level was 4x4 grid, and the
Okay.
last I remember it was about 6x6.
Six
So
cross six. Okay,
yeah,
starting first level starts from 4x4.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So if someone is familiar with the Sudoku, or someone plays the game like image Sudoku, I was doing that for 2 weeks. I did that, so I was quite familiar with the thing. So
Okay,
I didn't
so
have
that
any
helped you.
problem. Yeah, that.
Nice, nice. Then
Okay.
the next game.
Then, ma'am, then the next game was Beat Challenge. So this was a bit confusing, and it was hard for many of us. At
Okay.
least almost all of us, I think, got this game. So
Okay.
in this, we had been given patterns, and um, we had been given a grid, and there had been many dots. So one
Okay.
of the dot will blink, and at the second time when we will be shown the grid, we will have to identify which dot it was, and we have to click
Okay.
it.
Which
So
dot was blinking previously?
yeah,
That you have to
yeah, yeah,
remember and you
yeah.
have to
In
mark.
order, in sequence. After for the first level, it was like 2 to 3 dots. Okay,
Okay, you
then
have to
uh,
mark that in sequence.
yeah, yeah, ma'am. In sequence.
And it started with 2 to 3 dots and it
2
ended with.
dots. Yeah, ma'am, around 6 dots.
Okay,
It
that
was
it must be very
confusing.
challenging, right?
Yes, ma'am, it was very confusing.
Okay, so how many levels you could clear? Do you remember?
Ma'am, I cleared almost 7 levels.
Okay, okay, nice, nice.
Yeah, ma'am. And then the last game was the motion challenge, and it was kind of yeah, fun. It was a fun game for me because it was like unblocked game where all have might have played that. That there will be a ball, and we will have to take the ball to the hole.
Whole.
And yeah, yeah. The so we will have to remove the obstacles in front of the ball and make way for the ball. So we
And
are
you have to
mostly
find the shortest path, right?
path, yeah, exactly. And we will have to qualify for the highest level as much as we can in 6 minutes. So
Okay.
I guess I qualified for about 20 levels. I was quite
Okay.
fast with that.
Oh, you could clear 20 levels in 6 minutes.
Yeah, ma'am.
Super, super. So totally how many games were there, Rahul?
Ma'am, 4 games. Yeah, this
Four
was it.
games. So these were the 4 games.
Yeah,
Okay, so 6 minutes, 6 into 4 is 24 minutes.
24
This
minutes.
round
Yeah, ma'am.
got over in
Yeah,
24 minutes.
yeah, ma'am.
Okay, so when did you get to know that you are shortlisted for the next
Ma'am,
round?
actually, it was happening like that. If you are shortlisted for the, you are selected for the one round, you will directly go to the another round. It will start. Or if you are rejected, then the what to say, the it will give you a notification that it's over. The exam is over.
Okay, okay.
You
So you
might
got,
log out.
immediately you got to know that you are
Yeah,
shortlisted for the next round.
yeah, yeah. Ma'am, actually, the English round itself was the elimination round. Then the game based happened, and the behavioral competency was for all. Whosoever qualified for the game based aptitude could give the that
Okay, okay.
behavioral competency.
So only whoever cleared the verbal ability test, everyone could give both the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
game-based and behavioral competency.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so when was behavioral competency conducted? The same day?
The same day, ma'am. It was no, it was a 1 hour 30 minutes exam for me. It was going one after another.
Okay, so you do remember like what questions were asked? You must not be remembering, right? So
No,
many
ma'am.
questions
No,
must.
ma'am. Yeah, so many questions. Actually, the behavioral competency is just like a psychometric.
Psychometry test.
Yeah,
Correct.
psychometric test.
The
So
same questions will be asked in different types,
yeah,
right?
yeah. You must be consistent.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
must be clear that what you are answering.
yeah, yeah.
Every
Yes.
time changing your answer will not.
Yeah, won't help. It would have a negative impact.
Okay, okay, super, super. So that was for 1.5 hour
Yeah, ma'am.
on the same day. That was like which day this was conducted?
Ma'am, it wasn't for 1.5 hour. The whole three tests, that is the verbal
Okay, so
aptitude.
this was all in sequence. The
Yeah,
verbal
yeah, ma'am.
ability, the game
Yeah.
based, and the
Then the
behavioral
behavioral
competency.
Yes, ma'am.
Everything was for 1.5 hour.
Yeah, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. First was 30 minutes. Then the game base was 24 minutes. And then
Oh,
the behavioral competency was about 30 minutes.
so all this happened in one go.
Matlab one after another in sequence.
Okay, okay. So now I got the clear picture.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So this was conducted on which day? I forgot the date.
28th of August.
28th of August.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, super. So finally, when did you get to know that you are shortlisted for the final interview round?
Yeah, ma'am. I got to know on 31st of August.
31st August, you got to know that you are cleared for you are selected for the
Yes,
final round.
yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
so when was the final round conducted? That was the interview round, right?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am. The interview round was conducted on 15th of September.
15th of September. So you had like 15 days gap.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. We had
Oh,
time.
okay. You had time to prepare. So that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
an HR round or an technical round?
Ma'am, it was a mixed TR plus HR mix. We only had one round.
Okay, okay. Yeah, please tell us about the final interview round.
So, ma'am, it was my first interview, so I was a bit nervous, but I was quite prepared. I
Okay.
know I was prepared with my introduction, I was prepared with my project, I was prepared with everything. So I was quite confident. And firstly, I would like to say that my interviewer was quite good. He was calm and cool, and it was very interactive session, I would say.
Okay. So
So
what questions were asked? Do you remember?
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Firstly, he asked me, "How are you, Rahul? How about how we have been spending the quarantine?" And then he asked me, "Are you nervous?" So I told him, "No, sir. I am not nervous. I am happy and excited for the interview, as it is my first interview." So then it started. Then the common question he told me, asked me, "Tell me something about this." So I told him, I told about uh, my percentage of boards, and then what am I doing, then what are my skills, what programming languages I know. And then I also mentioned that I have been teaching students since 2018, and that has helped me a lot to improve my communication skills and problem solving skills. And I have also taught many students for free as an effort to give back to the society. So this point, he also appreciated me. Okay, very good. So it had a good impact on him. And then I told about my project, and I told a brief about my told him brief about my project. And then he asked questions. So the first question he asked was a very easy one. Tell me the difference between C and Java. What's the
Okay.
basic difference between C and Java? So I told him. He was happy. Okay. Then he asked me what is Python. So I told him, sir, it's also an object-oriented programming language, and it is interpreter based. He was like, okay, good. Then he asked me what is tuple. So a tuple is a data structure in Python, and it is immutable, and it's kind of a list, but it is immutable. So it was okay. Then he asked me a question that is based on sorting, and he asked me, "Do you know what is quick sort? Can you explain it to me?" So I explained him.
Okay.
I would suggest if someone is asked that what is quick sort, one must include 3 points. So 3 points are pivot, then the partition index, and then the repeat the steps until the whole array is sorted. That's it. These are the 3 main points you should include in your answer, and you would know that you know the thing. That's it. And then, ma'am, these were the technical questions. There's 4 questions technical.
Only these four were the technical questions.
Yes, ma'am. Then he switched to the HR questions. So he asked me, Rahul, tell me about your skills. So I told him, sir, and at last I added that, sir, my biggest skill is that I want to learn about new things and I enjoy learning about new things. So
Okay.
on this answer, he told me, okay, very good. This is what is needed. So I thought, okay, I had a good impact on it. Okay. Then he asked me about what do you know about Capgemini and why you are willing to join us. So I told him I had done quite a bit of research about Capgemini. So I told him everything about the
Okay.
company and the awards it has won recently and what it is working on. So he told me, okay, you know quite a bit. So, so it was like that. Then he asked me, so are you willing to relocate? Will it be a problem for you? And will it be a problem for your parents? So I told him, no, sir, it won't be a problem. And my parents also don't have any problem with that. So it was fine. And at last, he asked me that, do you have any questions for me? So I asked him, this, sir, how has been your experience in Capgemini?
Could
Can
you
you tell
please
me?
be a little louder, Rahul?
Yes, ma'am. Then he asked me at last that, do you have any questions for me? So I asked him, sir, can you tell me how has been your experience in Capgemini, if you don't mind? So he told me, yes, sure. He told me that it's been a great experience. I have been here for last 5 years. And at last he told me that you will get to know the other things when you join the company. So I was like, okay, that's a
Nice.
green
You got to
signal.
know that you got
Yeah,
a positive sign.
yeah. Then he told, okay, we'll get to know the results and your placement cell will tell you about it later. Good day, and the interview ended.
So that's it.
Yeah, ma'am.
So what was the duration of this round, Rahul?
Ma'am, it was around 8 to 10 minutes. It wasn't too long.
That's it, right? Simple
Yeah,
technical questions were
yeah,
asked.
yeah,
Five,
ma'am.
10 minutes.
Yeah, ma'am. Actually, they test your communication skills and your attitude. You must be confident, and you must make sure that you have a good impact on the interviewer, and you should be willing to learn. You should show them that you are willing to learn.
That will have a positive impact on you.
Yeah, exactly.
Correct. Super, super. So, do you have any suggestions or tips to your juniors and friends who are trying to get placed in Capgemini, Rahul?
Yes, ma'am. Firstly, I would like to say that you should see the interview videos or the interview sessions that's on Quant Masters. It helped me a lot. I won't lie, it's true. I have been seeing it for quite for a year. I have been watching those videos and I was quite prepared. And apart from that, you must be confident. You should be clear with your basics, and you shouldn't neglect English. English you shouldn't neglect. You should you should just keep in mind the grammar, because it helps a lot, and it's the deciding factor in most of the exams. And
Oh,
apart from that, ma'am, we should be confident, and we should, and if we don't know any answer, we shouldn't like be scared, or we shouldn't get nervous. We should tell the interviewer that, sir, I don't know this, or I don't recall this answer at this moment. That's it. Don't waste your time and the interviewer's time. That will have a bad impact.
correct, correct. You didn't tell like out of 500 students, how many of you all got placed actually?
Ma'am, out of 500 students, 100 students are placed.
100 students got
Yes,
placed.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And from electrical branch, only 13.
Only
We in
13. Most of
electrical,
you were from CSE.
yeah, mostly CAC people got placed, and only 13 people from electrical background got placed.
Electrical. Okay, so it's nice. All the 100 were from your college only.
Yeah, ma'am.
Oh, nice to know. Nice to know. And when did you get to know that you are placed in the company, like the final result?
Ma'am, yeah, ma'am. Actually, on 16th of September, I got to know from one of my friends that the result has been declared, and we will get the list on 17th. And that day, it was really a bit now. Yeah, what to say? I was like, I didn't sleep that night. I was waiting for the list to come, and we got to know the results in the morning and got the list on
You
17th
had to
of
wait just for
September.
2 days. They
Yeah, yeah.
didn't make you wait for long,
No, ma'am.
just 2 days.
Yeah, ma'am.
Oh, okay, okay, super. So thanks for being here, Rahul. Thanks for sharing all the information with us. I'm sure students who are watching this will find it very helpful.
Yeah, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And I would like to thank you and the whole team of Quant Masters for making such informational and such helpful videos, which help many students to get placed over the country.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Rahul. And once again, we congratulate you for getting placed in Capgemini. We are very happy for you.
Thank you, ma'am.
All the very best for your future, Rahul.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Good day, ma'am.